the making of a global world. In this topic, we are going to learn about the changes in the Europe in 19th century. The 19th century, 1815 to 1914. In the 19th century, economic, political, social, cultural and technological factors interacted in complex ways to transform societies and reshape external relations. Economists identified three types of movements or flows within international economic exchanges. The first is the flow of trade, the second is the flow of labor, and the third is movement of capital for short-term or long-term investment over long distances. In the 19th century, trade in the Europe was rapidly increasing. Population growth from the late 18th century had increased the demand for food grains in Britain. British agriculture was unable to compete with imports. Thousands of men and women flocked to the cities or migrated overseas. As food prices fell, consumption in Britain rose. Faster industrial growth in Britain also led to higher incomes and therefore more food imports. From the mid-19th century, faster industrial growth in Britain led to higher incomes which increased food imports. Railways were needed to link the agricultural regions to the ports. Capital flowed from financial centers such as London. The demand for labor in places where labor was in short supply, as in America and Australia, led to more migration. Slaves were auctioned in New Orleans. Millions of people emigrated from Europe to America and Australia in search for a better future. Thus, by 1890, a global agricultural economy had taken shape, accompanied by complex changes in labor movement patterns, capital flows, ecologies and technology. The British Indian government built a network of irrigation canals in West Punjab to transform semi-desert waste into fertile agricultural land that could grow wheat and cotton for export. The cultivation of cotton expanded worldwide to feed British textile mills. The new technology, advanced machines like railways, steamships, and telegraphs were introduced. Colonization stimulated new investment and improvements in transport. Faster railways, lighter wagons, and larger ships helped move food from cheaply and quickly from faraway farms to final market. Cattle were traded at fairs brought by farmers for sale. One of the oldest livestock markets in London was at Smithfield. Animals were slaughtered for food at the starting point. In America, Australia or New Zealand, trade flourished and markets expanded in the late 19th century. In late 19th century, colonies were expanded in Africa and many other places like Nigeria, Angola, Somalia and Congo. Europeans were attracted to Africa due to its vast resources of land and minerals. Mine workers were also confined in compounds and not allowed to move about freely. Indian laborers were also working in Trinidad in cocoa plantation areas. Excluded from British market by tariff barriers, Indian textile now faced stiff competition in other international markets. While exports of manufacturers declined rapidly, export of raw materials increased equally fast. Opium shipments to China grew from 1820s to become for a while India's single largest export. Over the 19th century, British manufacturers flooded Indian market, but the value of British exports to India was much higher than the value of British imports from India. India played a crucial role in the late 19th century world economy. Summary: New structure of world economy was to be seen. People are traveling as emigrants. Cattle selling took place at the Smithfield Club in Cattle Show. Gold was major source of income in South Africa. Diggers dig in Transvaal gold fields. Indian indentured laborers worked in cocoa plantation. Automobiles were for sale for the defense factories. That is all in this topic. Let us learn about how the world economy rise in our next topic.